Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we unpack the latest developments in South African politics and governance. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Today, we're diving into a tense political storm brewing in the Northwest Province, a story involving backroom deals, betrayal, internal party chaos, and the uneasy alliance between the African National Congress and the Economic Freedom Fighters. Now, what was supposed to be a strategic partnership to stabilize dysfunctional municipalities has turned into a full-blown headache for both the ANC and the EFF. At the heart of this crisis is a political deal meant to secure local government control, but instead, it has exposed deep fractures within both parties, sparking outrage, division, and what some are calling a ticking time bomb for future elections. Let's start with the basics. In the Northwest Province, the ANC and EFF struck an informal agreement to cooperate in governing local councils, especially in troubled municipalities like Mahikeng and Ditsobotla. On paper, this arrangement was supposed to ensure smoother governance and more effective service delivery. But in reality, it has triggered a wave of infighting and mistrust. In Mahikeng and Ditsobotla, ANC councillors played a decisive role in helping EFF members secure key positions in local councils, including influential posts like Speaker and Chief Whip. This move, however, blindsided many within the ANC. It turns out, large sections of the party's rank-and-file members weren't consulted at all. The decision was made behind closed doors, likely by a small circle within the provincial leadership. And that, predictably, hasn't gone down well. Outraged ANC members are now calling for the removal of the party's leadership in the province. They accuse them of acting unilaterally, of favoring one faction within the ANC, and of selling out to the EFF without grassroots approval. What's even more damaging is that these internal rebellions are no longer whispers in corridors, they are playing out in public council meetings and social media, where the ANC's divisions are being aired like dirty laundry. Some ANC councillors have even defied national party directives and voted in ways that strengthen the EFF's influence. Yet, despite the ANC's public threats of disciplinary action, not much has been done. Some of these rogue councillors remain comfortably in their posts. This has led many to ask, does the ANC still have the internal discipline to enforce its own rules? Or is the party so fragmented that it's now effectively paralyzed? Meanwhile, the EFF isn't exactly celebrating either. Although they've gained some ground through this arrangement, many within their ranks are deeply skeptical. There's a growing sentiment that the ANC is only interested in using the EFF to cling to power in councils where it can't govern alone. And while EFF members hold key positions thanks to ANC support, their leadership continues to publicly slam the ANC for the poor state of governance and service delivery in the Northwest. That's a serious contradiction. On the one hand, the EFF is entering into political marriages of convenience with the ANC. On the other, it continues to attack its so-called partner for corruption, incompetence, and lack of delivery. This mixed messaging is confusing both supporters and political observers. It raises an uncomfortable question: how can two parties so ideologically opposed, and so openly critical of each other, form a sustainable working relationship? And that's the real danger here. Instead of stabilizing local government, this fragile partnership has created an atmosphere of chaos and uncertainty. Council chambers have become battlegrounds not just between political parties, but within them. Factions are fighting for control. Loyalty is being tested. And voters are growing increasingly disillusioned. Let's not forget that the Northwest Province has long struggled with instability and poor service delivery. From crumbling infrastructure to corruption scandals and violent protests, the region is crying out for competent, united leadership. But instead, what we're seeing is more of the same, political power games being played at the expense of communities who desperately need functioning services. The timing of this crisis couldn't be worse. With the 2026 local elections looming, both the ANC and EFF are taking major risks by aligning in such a volatile way. Voters are watching closely. And if this alliance continues to crumble, it could damage both parties' credibility. The ANC, already facing declining support nationwide, can't afford more internal revolts. The EFF, on the other hand, risks alienating its base by cooperating with a party it has long accused of betrayal and incompetence. To make matters even more complex, these developments also reflect a broader national trend: the age of dominant party rule is fading. Coalitions and alliances are becoming the new normal in South African politics. But if this ANC-EFF experiment in the Northwest is anything to go by, we are far from mastering the art of coalition governance. What's clear is that both the ANC and EFF underestimated how fragile and mistrustful such arrangements can be. Without transparency, clear communication, and buy-in from their members, these partnerships will continue to implode. And when that happens, it's not the party elites who suffer most, it's the ordinary people on the ground. So, where does this leave us? It leaves us with a warning. A warning that political shortcuts and power-sharing deals made without proper consultation can backfire spectacularly. It's a reminder that voters are tired of the endless factionalism and political opportunism. And it's a signal that unless parties start putting service delivery and transparency above their hunger for control, we will continue to see instability, not just in the Northwest, but across the country. To sum it up, what was meant to be a cooperative effort between the ANC and EFF to improve governance in the Northwest has instead exposed deep divisions, growing mistrust, and political mismanagement. With both parties now dealing with internal revolts and credibility crises, it's uncertain how long this alliance can survive, and what damage it may cause leading into the next election cycle. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what you think about the ANC-EFF partnership. Is it a smart move for local governance, or just another political disaster waiting to happen? See you next time.